It is finished. It's our family homeschool binder. And I created this because there's a good chance the Air Force is going to send me away on 10 weeks of training this coming year. So I'm trying to make everything, I don't say this derogatory, daddy proof, but to make it simple where daddy, grandparents, anybody can open this up and figure out what we do. So these are our core values, and I go over these with the boys often. On the back, this is our Jesus mission. I never want my kids to get to a point in their teenager, adult years that I've seen lots of other Christians and churches I've gone to get to where they're like, I just don't know what God's purpose or plan is for me. And it's really simple, actually. It tells us in the Bible, we are to show Christ with one another. We are to share harmony. We shape beauty. We shepherd peace, joy, and purpose. So we go over those so that they always have a sense of direction about what we can do for Jesus and how we can worship him and live out our walk. And our core values. Everything that we do comes from these. If it doesn't align with our core values, then we're not going to waste any money on certain programs or sports that don't fit in with the things that God has laid on our hearts. Okay, so this is the calendar. And I've never done this before, but I just thought this would be interesting so I could look at the end of the year to see. We'll circle whatever day it is to show that we've done a school day. F for field trip, and the field trips do count as school days. And my goal, this is the public school system in Texas, which I could care less about. I mean, I was a teacher for 6 years, but this is just, I want to see, will we reach 180 days at least? I know that we will bust 180 days because we school through months that other people don't do school in. This is our daily plan, and it goes through times. And these things are designed, they're not going to last the entire time that's listed. Normally, there's going to be 30 extra minutes when we finish something, and that's free time for them to go play outside or to go work on Legos or to work on chores or whatever it might be. So after that, we go to our homeschool vision. And then we have our student goals, which, the student goals are the same for both boys right now. They're 5 and 7, but Keen is pretty advanced in math because he's kind of obsessed with it. So they're able to be on the same level of math for right now. Writing, Keen is always about writing and doing school. And so he's kind of pushed himself up above where the average 5-year-old is just because he's interested in it and wants to do it on his own. So a lot of the things that we'll be able to combine subjects. That won't be that way forever, I'm sure. So then we have our morning time schedule, and I've got what we do every day, and then the aspects of it that are looped, and that's listed out. I have the procedures so that whoever it is leading it knows exactly what's going on and the steps in the order we usually do it. And then we have our table time, which is what comes after morning time, listed out. And then we have our subjects that are looped on certain days, Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and, contingencies that if we do field trips on Mondays and Thursdays, Mondays are kind of our science days where we might go to the science museum. Thursdays, we may end up going to the botanical gardens, things like that, or the zoo. We can easily move a Latin and Spanish lesson to a Saturday morning or a Sunday afternoon, and the kids will, still really enjoy that. And the same for our botany science. They'll really like that too. And then when they finish everything in the afternoon, they'll get a smart show. And this just lists a lot of the math shows and the history shows, Schoolhouse Rock, the things that they really enjoy to kind of decompress in the afternoon once they finished all their work. More procedures. This is just the open and go curriculum, a list. I was in such a hurry doing this at night. I misnamed one of our handwriting things, so I just had to show what it actually was called. And then the science botany procedure list, history of the world procedure list. This is all thanks to Pam Barnhill. She has got my life in order. So the goal is to reduce decision fatigue and to make it very simple and no one has to think, oh, what do I do here? So our orchestra and composers, when we do hymns. And then I took pictures of all of our curriculum notebooks or whatever it is that we use for it so that no one is confused about what is this, what do I use it for? Or our Spanish books, we use 1/3 stories And so it doesn't actually look like a Spanish book until you get in there and you see that the story starts in English and ends in Spanish. So, and then we have our HSLDA membership. And I imagine us living in Texas, we will never need this, but I don't want anyone to be like, where is that information? So this is our homeschool binder, and I'm super excited about it. Thank you, Pam Barnhill.